will be Volume 8, Episode 4. Let's recap. Where were we? Oh yeah, Hacked Penny. Hacked Penny, and from the thumbnail, it seems that it's gonna be a Ren Yang episode. We're gonna look for Oscar. So hopefully, we get to see the whale and you know, more of that chick over there. And that. Oh yeah, no, I got her scar. Oh yeah, I guess it was foreshadowed there, huh? I noticed something interesting at the end of the opening here. It was I'll know when I see it. Some roses will never bloom. That's the only part I know. There was yes, this part. Penny. That was definitely Penny. Her eyes turned red. That's Hacked Penny, people.
You should have seen the look on Joanna's face. I don't think she'd ever lost a fight before that. At least, not fair and square.
Joanna?
Tough crowd tonight. Guess Ironwood should have paid for better cell block entertainment. And he smiles. Did I win?
Hey, it's your game. I don't make the rules.
I'm sorry for what happened.
You should be.
It wasn't your fault.
It was, though. I made a deal with
Kinda
the
was.
darkness, and he paid the price. It's all happening so fast, but Clover wouldn't let up. Could have worked together against Tyrion if Clover just... But the thing that really stings...
If everyone had their wits about them.
First time in a while, I thought... Maybe I could be around somebody, anybody, without my semblance making it... complicated. And now, it just feels like a childish dream. Gone. Like everybody else.
Believe it or not,
Too bad Raven's still
I
alive.
know a little of what that's
Not
like.
Raven. Robin.
When people are worried you're gonna sniff out their secrets, they tend to push you away. It makes a real connection difficult.
I never thought of it that way.
You don't get to keep that.
I didn't kill him.
You keep saying that. But it was your weapon covered in his blood.
If you really want to know what happened, Mohawk, why not open the cell and take my hand?
If I open the cell, it won't be to shake hands.
Yeah, because you don't care about the truth. You just want someone to be mad at. Easier than taking an honest look at what side you're on.
Air, what are you doing?
She's been pretty high-strung lately, huh? What, no nice food for what's over here for
Well,
doing the job?
that was almost exciting.
Robin. Alright.
It's going to lose us in these mountains. We can't keep up.
You so fancy gauntlet work, Yang.
I don't know how much longer these bikes can stand the cold.
I'm really wishing one of us could fly right now.
Wait, hold on. Ren, going to get you up there.
Nice!
Yang, you know, punch.
Okay, not as nice.
Slowing him down.
His camera works a bit good though.
I don't have much of a choice.
It's a beautiful butterfly dog. Come on, Yang. Okay. Now this is pod racing. Oh. This is getting interesting.
Did it just call for backup?
Yeah. Oh, that's all. From the way the Knuckler V screamed in Volume 4, it seems as it was calling more grim, but this one's actually legit. So you gotta be... Go right in the back, John. Oh, this is like Volume 2. I really like the designs of those guys. Ren is carrying this volume. There you are! I was wondering where you were.
Oh, you've picked a fine time to...
Not another word. We're coming in.
Gee whiz.
Things are already bad enough after what you did to Father. Now you want us to harbor fugitives too? Our family has a reputation.
That's what you're worried about? Your reputation?
I'm just saying that we've already lost all the house staff. And Mother locked herself in her room.
Maybe you haven't figured out what's
Client's
going
probably
on
still
with me,
somewhere.
but we're busy trying to save Atlas. Look, our friend is hurt. We just need a place to lay low while she rests, and then we'll be out of your way.
Fine. What do you expect me to do then?
Go to your room.
Why are you being so mean?
This way.
Not good. Not good.
Ruby? I hope everyone's doing alright. If you're worried about Yang, you could always try calling her.
That's the thing.
That's a novel idea.
I did.
I repeat, if anybody can hear me.
We need transport back to Mantle.
You guys are familiar with walking. Shouldn't be a problem.
We need to get out of this weather before the cold drops our ores completely. How much farther to the
That's a
outpost?
thing? Oh,
Ren, how much?
I don't know.
he's saving his energy, you know?
I thought you said you saw it when you were up in the air.
I did. Before I had to cut myself loose to help you guys.
Yeah, you've brought that up a couple times now. Something you need to say?
Not really. Wouldn't want to waste any more time.
The man's right.
Hey, what is your deal?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm sorry things aren't going smoothly enough for you.
Guys.
They're not going smoothly at all.
I hate to break it to you, but that's part of being a huntsman.
Are you kidding? We don't know the first thing about being huntsmen. We clearly weren't ready.
Guys, stop it.
Were we not ready when we saved Haven? When we took down a Leviathan? We got the lamp to Atlas.
And then we lost it. And after that, when we had to make real decisions, we got every single one wrong.
I'm not going to pretend like we did everything perfectly. But if we'd done nothing, things would be even worse than they are now.
How could they possibly be worse?
We are stuck out here while Salem has the lamp and Oscar. We've got no plan, no army.
We've got the maiden.
And by keeping her from opening the vault for Ironwood, we're just trapping the whole city for Salem. People are going to die because of us.
So what? We should just give Ironwood what he wants? Abandon Mantle? You think Atlas is still gonna be able to float to safety now that she's here?
I don't know, but these aren't the kinds of decisions we should be making because we have no idea what we're doing.
Okay, both of you, cut it out.
I'm just saying what nobody else wants to. We're in way over our heads. Ruby is barely more than a kid. I'm just an orphan from the middle of nowhere.
Ren,
You cheated your way into Beacon!
Was that ever relevant?
You don't think we should be huntsmen? Fine. But I'm getting out of the cult. Still got a job to do.
Seriously, is your goal just to push everyone away?
Speak for yourself, yeah.
Don't panic. We're going to be okay.
You left Lincoln without an apology.
My long-lost Ozma. Found at last. So small, this new host of yours. It's a wonder my hound didn't break you. It's been how many years since we saw each other like this, face to face? And nothing to say?
I'm sorry the reunion isn't living up to your expectations.
You can pretend, boy. But you're not fully him. Not yet, at least.
So you go easy on him?
Perhaps you and I can have a better working relationship. Oscar, was it? The beacon relic. My forces have been unable to locate the relic beneath the school. If I know my Ozma, he has used some means of deception to hide its location differently than the others.
You're not very good at this, are you?
I need to know where it is.
That's not something I know about.
Of course. You would keep that one guarded as long as possible. How about something easier then? The password for the lamp.
I forgot if you already
Lamp
used.
all out of questions.
There was one left, right? I really don't remember.
Lies come out of you so easily. Like-minded souls indeed. One of you is going to tell me what you know. I don't much care if it is you or Ozma. Either way, I'll finally have the relic.
I won't tell you anything.
Hazel?
No, no, no.
Wait.
That was for Haven Academy.
Now you listen here.
Everything that follows will be for my sister.
You are crazy. You know that?
Your Grace, What is that?
An experiment.
You don't know?
So far, I am pleased with the results. Did you need something, Cinder?
Yes. I want to search for the Winter Maiden. I think...
Do you hear that, my pet? She thinks. She wants. As if she's done something that warrants me caring about either of those things.
We're just sitting and waiting. Without the Maiden power, the Vault means nothing. Let me claim it for you.
It has sort of been a modus operandi.
But Your Grace...
I'd like to think I have shown a great deal of patience over my many years walking Remnant. But I do hate repeating myself. You will remain here. Is that clear?
She's not.
Yes. Yes, of course. Without you, I am nothing.
I ain't buying that shit. You're
I know
just
what she said.
buying
I
all
just
of
want
it.
to check on something. We'll be back before anyone realizes.
Oh, she's
I want to see if
learned how to
anything's
master
still
that
going
now?
on at Amity Coliseum.
After like
I'm
3
sure
years
they
of
live
floating
children
around.
like I do. They wouldn't just abandon their misguided attempt to save the world.
If she doesn't want to, I'll come. I've been working on my semblance. I can help. I won't tell
Where have
anybody.
you been?
How much did you overhear?
Where's Merc? By eating somewhere.
You're right, Ren. I did cheat my way into Beacon. And I'm
How do you
glad
know that?
I had people around me to help me see that I was bigger than that mistake. You've got people around you too. You don't have to force yourself to be strong. The more you hide from what you're feeling,
Really?
the more alone you're going to feel.
Because Ren's the only one here who is acknowledging how weak he is. Someone else is trying to put on a strong face.
If anyone cares, I found a part to fix the bike. So, yay! Good news. For what it's worth,
That's not good for
sorry
you.
I said that to you. I know you've had to work hard to get here, Jean.
We're all under a lot of stress right now. I used to push people away too.
Do you think she thinks less of me for not helping out with Amity?
Ruby is your sister. She's always going to love you, even if you disagree with each other.
Yeah. Ruby.
I need to get some sleep, but I can't stop thinking about Oscar.
Go on. I'll make sure Ren doesn't brood himself to death out in the cold.
Thanks. I just have a bad feeling. Things always seem to get worse before they get better.
I wonder. You gonna do that cliffhanger? What's under there? Come on, tell me. Nice art. Now, well, that's quite a bit to unpack. That whole Ren argument. Oscar. That's kind of it, right? Yeah. Alright, so thoughts on the matter. First off, let's talk about Oscar, because that'll be the shorter part. That part where she was torturing him, yeah, pretty brutal. If it wasn't like a bunch of like rainbowy magic, and instead it was like a, if it didn't look so Technicolor, it would have actually been more brutal for the scene, which would have been better. Like, like a black or red grim energy that's sort of like torturing him. The fact that it's kind of multicolored kind of seemed kind of out of place. I think, like a black grim energy would have been sold the scene better. And of course, Hazel is a dumbass. Like we all know the stuff about Hazel, like, Osprey killed my sister. I mean, you've heard this before. Osprey killed my sister, so I'm gonna work with the Grim Queen, who made the Grim, who directly killed my sister. and I'm gonna punch a little boy senseless. I'm gonna waterboard him. I'm gonna do all that stuff because of that. I mean, Hazel, he was pretty interesting before, but now he's I think just the way he's written right now is it's kind of a moron. That's just my take. Also, poor Oscar. Kid can't catch a freaking break, man. I mean, guy keeps disappearing in a cast that has like not enough room for him. This guy is like kind of like the luggage compartment, and now I just want a good life for my boy. But anyway, so that's done. The Cinder being insubordinate, that's a shock. That's a shock. Well, Neo seems completely unfazed about all of this stuff that's happening. Where do they even get the new digs from? Do they have like looms or factories in the Grimland over there? I don't think so, right? But whatever. What was I on about? Yeah, so Cinder. Gonna run off, gonna do who knows what. Neo's not falling, so it's gonna be some Cinder Emerald stuff, which could be good. That is likely when we're gonna get some backstory. Alright, so that's out of the way. So, what I really want to talk about is my boy Ren. And look, you may not agree with me, but I think Ren's right. I do. Like, well, he has the right mindset, I think. Well, agree or not, I just find him like really. I really vibe with him this volume. Like, he's just done with all the everyone's shit, and like, yeah, I can gel with that because everyone is like trying to do things far above their pay grade, right? They're trying to like chase these ideals, and it's sound, but everything's gone to shit, and he's the only one who's just like thinking, we just gotta focus on getting shit done, like whatever we can do, and just not sweat things. I mean, yeah, I get what they're trying to write here. Like, he is deflecting stuff, right? He's being very dismissive like this because he's just trying to not think about it, which is bad. He's supposed to discuss things with his teammates and stuff like that, to really like discuss things with them, really go over his feelings. That is a healthy way to do things, but just generally, I like the moments where he's like, guys, no, let's just move on. Let's just go on to the next thing. And yeah, he's deflecting. I understand that's a bad thing, but I can respect that. Anyway, and yeah, the whole crescendo of that moment being like, and you went to you cheated your way to Beacon. That was not like ever a thing since like Volume 1, so I'm surprised that they bring it up now. Like, it's not like Ren. We don't even know that Ren ever knew that, let alone cared, and now it's an issue. But I get what's being said here, because like the whole point is that discussion that they're not real hunters. John's not a real hunter because he lied his way into Beacon, but he's been okay since. Everyone else, it's kind of a repeat of the thing in Volume 2 where everyone's just sort of like playing at being hunters, and they're not ready to do what needs to be done. And forgive me for not having like the highest opinion of our main 4, Team RWBY, lately. I mean, they've been pretty cocky overconfident, too, what's the word I'm looking for, lackadaisical lately, and seems that, like the world isn't in danger here, And yeah, I know, it's supposed to be lighthearted, all that. But, given that you're gonna bring this theme up, it's a valid thing to question, right? Because Ren is looking at all them roughhousing and such, and he's like, are you guys really like, am I the only one here who really like thinks that shit is really freaking bad right now? I mean, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So, I mean, I kind of more or less get what's being said there. So, then yeah, like, the Yang said like, oh, we stopped the Leviathan, we saved him, and yeah, I mean, the Leviathan thing, because they wanted to steal a ship, and that whole Cordova nonsense, not good, and basically, all of that, all that stuff. I mean, I was not on Yang's side that episode, not at all. Yang, in fact, it got a little bit, since we're being honest here, it got a little bit on my nerves, like how she's not like taking what Ren is saying seriously, because like, oh, you're gonna mope in the corner, you like, you don't get to talk, because your teammate left you, right, for like 8 months or something, and you were rightfully angry about that, right? Blake dumped you, went off to who knows where with your Sans arm, and you were rightfully mad about that. And she walks up with no apology, and you're like, okay, group hug, like you have a problem with Ren being too shut off. You're probably too what's the word, open, right? Like, you let people in too easily based on what's being written here. She lets people in too easily and forgives too easily, which is not, it's not like totally consistent with like all the characterization in the show, but since they're contrasting Yang and Ren here, that's sort of what they want us to take from it, right? So Yang, I mean, Ren has reason to not trust you guys, right? Because like I said, we're all like, he's trying to like be all serious, and you guys are kind of fooling around, kind of all that. And then, of course, the whole part about RWBY keeping secrets, which led to the whole escalation of matters into Ironwood and all that. And if it were professional huntsmen in that position, things might have not gone that way, right? That's what Ren's thinking. If it wasn't us, things wouldn't be as shitty as they are now. And I can understand that. He feels unqualified, and that's the thing he has to square with, because right now they have no choice, right? They have to fight, and yes, he just has to do what he can, and he can't do it by not cooperating with everyone else. But I was ready to defend Ren. I may not like agree with his points, but I feel like I disagree with others more. That's just me. But of course, John just wants to be the mediator. The leader keeps things together. That's fine. Sort of like what RWBY's role would be. But what our team, I mean, if there weren't like, it weren't for the fact like our cast here seems like the only actual hunters, huntresses, and huntsmen in like the whole world, then yeah, I mean, then guess there's no one else for the job, right? There's only Crow, who's not, it's like a teacher technically, or retired. I don't know what he is really, and like nobody else. Every huntsman in Mistral died, so I don't know about that. So really, what you gotta do, huh? So all in all, protect Oscar, and Ren did nothing wrong. Is that all? I think that is. Voice acting wise, performances could be better. I do get that Nis is like it is his first, probably it's his first voice acting gig, but parts of it could be sold better. But I think for what it is, it's pretty solid. Given Ren is just not an emotive person whatsoever. But all in all, interesting episode. I kind of find Ren the most interesting character so far. Like what I like about Ren is that he just thinks so differently from the rest of the cast. Everyone in Team RWBY is just like we all agree with each other, like everything. Like why is I'm gonna hold my little brother who I abandoned at sword point so that my new homies, my new best buddies, got a place to stay, and they're all in agreement with each other. They're all willing to collude with RWBY in the lie. They're all willing to, they basically don't have any point of contention with anybody else. And Ren is the only person who really thinks differently from them. Like he has reason to disagree with them. He has different methods of handling matters, and that's interesting. He feels like a separate character from this amalgamous whole that is the Team RWBY Maria Crow hive mind. Hive mind's a bit much, but that group, who always together, they always agree with each other, and I find Ren interesting because of that. Like Nora has that whole mental thing, but he's still generally, gonna go with whatever they've got. But Ren, he thinks for himself. So I really like that, and that's it. Yeah, next week, what's under the ice? My guess, Moby Dick Grim, but then we really have the Whale Grim, right? Which is apparently just circling the city, pretty safe distance away, all things considered. It could literally just like ram into Atlas, and that's it. Like you destroy the vault, but isn't that door like indestructible? Otherwise, you could just blast your way through it, right? It has to be indestructible because it's magic or something. So just ram it into Atlas Academy with all those other jellyfish grim, those like huge other grim in the distance. Just ram the damn thing, and dig up the bubble. You find the relic door nice and intact. Whatever, and then leaves out the complication of, oh, the relic is holding Atlas up. Well, there's no more Atlas. No more thing for the relic to use on, but whatever. So next week, Hacked Penny. They seem to have like a 1 episode gap between plot development. So like Hacked Penny, then like it was Hacked Penny, and then no Oscar, and then this year is like Oscar, but then no. So it's like alternating between the two teams. So next week is probably going to be about Penny instead of like Yang and John, and we have to like wait again to see what's going to happen. But I'm interested to see what happens. I'm interested to see what conclusion Ren reaches. Could be interesting. I don't think he'll join the bad guys. Obviously not. He seems like he's leaning towards joining Team Ironwood, but if Ren strikes it out solo, I don't think they would, because it's too much to balance, right? But if he does, it could be interesting, especially after he knows what happens to Nora. He doesn't know that. That could really set him off. that they're not ready, they're getting hurt unnecessarily, and basically that could just be enough reason for him to like grab Nora and like, adios, I'm out of here. We're gonna find our own way. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, right? Because Ren still cares about saving people, but he just feels like they're not the guys for the job, and that's interesting. So yeah, that's it. Until next episode, and goodbye.